Hi, I'm Rachel from Person.
Hello.
What aspects of the book were the most challenging for you to write?
What aspects of the book was the book was written by these two beautiful ladies here, my two friends. I just told them my story, and they wrote my words down. So I think remembering a lot of things that happened, I used to cry when I talked about my sister and me thinking that she was dead when I saw her. I used to cry when I talked about being beaten on that bridge, and that big white man just kept running after me and hitting me. I now have dealt with that in my heart and in my mind, and I don't cry anymore. But the biggest thing that affected me doing the writing of the book was to tell my story.
Thank you for asking that question. Go ahead, Courtney.
Hi, my name is Courtney. I'm from class 4B.
Hi.
My question is, what advice would you share for us students growing up in today's world?
All right. These are good questions. I would say you have a wealth of knowledge around you. That knowledge comes first from your home. Listen to mom, listen to your dad, listen to your aunts, uncles, and your grandparents. Because that's where you're going to get that self-esteem, that responsibility, that love and respect for others, as well as yourself. That's where you're going to get your core values. And then you're going to come to school and you're going to get all of the other good academic things and some more love and respect and that self-esteem. And you're going to learn a lot of things from your teachers. I am in love with teachers. I think teachers have the great responsibility to make history makers. Look around you and you'll see every day in your journey that you're growing and you can make change. That you can see something and say, that's not right. That should be different. And you have the ability to make it different. 3 words you keep with you: steady, loving, confrontation. That'll help you bring in other people to your way of thinking. Another thing, too, is fear. My grandmother told me it was all right to be afraid, but she reminded me that D for determination came before F for fear in the alphabet. So I had to put that determination there all the time. Be determined to be the best person you can be. She used to say, if you're going to be a maid like me, you'll be an educated maid. And know that you can do it. Take that fear like I did that morning. Tuck a little bit of it in your heart and keep it with you always. Know that change doesn't come easy. And if you're not afraid at some time, then something is definitely wrong with you. But you can overcome that fear.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Regina and I'm from 5B.
Hello.
If you could say something to one of the police officers that hurt you back then today, why?
I would ask them why. Why did they hate me and other black people so much? Did it make them sick? I read somewhere that doctors say hatred and racism, hatred of somebody else causes physical illnesses, blood pressure problems, diabetes, headaches, but physical illnesses. And if you get sick hating somebody, just imagine how that person that is being hated feels. My question to them back then would be why? And I would pray that they could give me an explanation that I could understand. Because I'm 64 now, and I don't care what they say, what you say, I cannot understand why you can hate someone so much that their lives doesn't matter. And that's even today. Today we fight each other. We kill each other. Lives doesn't matter. Black, white, yellow, brown, lives doesn't matter. And I want to know how people can hate, just hate somebody so much a life doesn't matter.
What was your initial reaction when you saw white people joining in on your side of the fight?
Oh, that's a beautiful question, and thank you for asking. If I had grown up only knowing the white people I knew from Selma, Alabama, I think I would have been a very bitter person, probably would not be alive today. Because, as I said earlier, the hate of those people was just horrendous. When white people started joining us on the march, I saw a different white people. I saw white people that respect my father and the other black adults. I had not seen that happen when my father would go into a store. A big, strong black man would go into a store and have to lower his head. And people called him boy and other bad names. But when people started coming to join us in the march, in the struggle for voting rights, I met so many people I now call friends and have been able to for the past almost 50 years.
Hi, my name is Edna from 5C. Can you describe some of your experiences with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and what emotions did you experience when he was assassinated?
Dr. King always had a smile on his face when he came into the church or around anybody, especially the children. With me being a teenager, I was in the choir a lot. So I got to sit up behind him a lot. Dr. King always had peppermints, which I still love to this day. But he was just a joy, and it was just so, when Dr. King spoke, you know how you fall down and skin your knee? And your mother puts a bandage on it or blow it and make it feel better. When Dr. King spoke, it was just that comforting. It was just like that. I love to hear him speak. When he was assassinated, we were in school that day, and the teachers didn't have to unlock the doors. We left out of the front doors, marching toward the bridge, singing. A lot of us was crying. When he was killed, I felt like I had lost a very near and dear family member.